We are watching a strange thing happen online. It used to be simple to share good ideas and teach people what you know. Now, the cost just to look credible is absurdly high. The price of admission keeps going up. Small businesses are spending a lot of money just to compete on social media. Many are paying between $500 and $5,000 every single month just to stay in the game. It is a massive expense. This is no longer about just posting a picture. It is about full-blown marketing campaigns. These campaigns require significant investment to even get noticed in the crowded digital space. The pressure to create polished content is immense. Good short videos, the kind that platforms reward, can cost thousands of dollars to produce. Think about it. You need cameras, professional lighting, clean audio equipment, and slick editing software. All of this costs money. This has created a huge problem. People have started to equate polish with expertise. They see a video that looks expensive and automatically assume the person speaking knows what they are talking about. This assumption is dangerous and often completely wrong, yet it drives so much of the content we see today. This trend has seriously damaged the original promise of social media. The internet was supposed to be the great equalizer, a place where anyone with a valuable idea could build an audience. For a brief moment, that was actually true. But the playing field is no longer level. Individuals and brands with deep pockets can afford to hire professional production teams. Their content gets the shine, and as a result, it gets the attention. Meanwhile, the people with genuine knowledge but a limited budget are getting left behind, drowned out by the noise. Artificial intelligence has only made this situation more complicated. AI tools have made content creation easier in some ways, but they have also dramatically raised the bar for what is considered standard. Tools can now edit your video, fix bad lighting, and clean up messy audio with a single click. This means the new baseline for quality is incredibly high. You are no longer just competing against other people with smartphones. You are now competing against AI-enhanced, perfectly polished content that looks like it came from a Hollywood studio, making it even harder to stand out. Here is where the story gets interesting. While costs for polished content are soaring, the data tells a completely different story about what people actually trust. There is a massive gap between what marketers think is effective and what consumers actually believe. A lot of people are becoming incredibly skeptical of content that looks too perfect. Especially younger generations like Gen Z, they can spot fakeness from a mile away. In fact, a staggering 92% of consumers trust recommendations from their peers far more than they trust messages coming directly from a brand. This creates a clear division in the online world. On one side, you have the group with money and access to all the best tools. Their content looks flawless and professional. On the other side, you have the group with deep knowledge, but not many resources. Their content might look a bit rough around the edges, but their voice sounds authentic and real. For too long, the system has rewarded the first group. Algorithms on platforms like Instagram and YouTube have historically favored high production value videos, pushing more shine and less substance into our feeds. The numbers on this are impossible to ignore. User-generated content gets 6.9 times more engagement than slick brand-generated content. It feels honest. That is why 79% of people say that user-generated content directly impacts their purchasing decisions. The big social media platforms are not blind to this shift. They see the data and they are starting to react. Leaders at major apps like Instagram are openly talking about this problem. In late 2025, Adam Mosseri announced a major change. The platform would start prioritizing raw, real human content in 2026. This is not a minor tweak. This is a fundamental change in philosophy, a signal that the old path to success, perfectly curated feeds, flawless production, is officially broken. They are telling creators to stop trying to be perfect and start being real. This pivot is happening because authenticity has become a scarce resource. As AI makes it possible for anyone to create a perfect image, flawless video, true authenticity becomes more valuable, not less. The very thing that made creators special, their ability to be real and connect on a human level, was suddenly at risk of being faked at scale. The platforms know that if everything feels artificial, users will lose interest and leave. To survive, they have to rewire their algorithms to find and reward content that feels genuinely human. What does this raw aesthetic actually look like? It is about embracing the messiness of real life, It is the unmade bed in the background, the clothes that are not perfectly put away, the creator's hair not being perfectly styled. In a world where every flaw can be digitally erased, imperfection has become a powerful signal of trust. It tells the viewer that what they are seeing is genuine. Savvy creators are already leaning into this, posting explicitly unproduced and sometimes even unflattering images of themselves to stand out from the sea of AI-generated perfection. This change puts creators' businesses at a critical crossroads. The strategies that worked for the last decade are quickly becoming obsolete. Continuing to pour money into ever more polished productions is like trying to win an arms race that has no finish line. The smarter play is to follow where the audience and the algorithms are going. The future of content is not about looking perfect. It is about feeling real. The platforms are finally rewarding the kind of content that builds genuine connections instead of just chasing empty, polished engagement. This shift creates a brand new advantage for simple, low-budget content. Some of the most effective videos circulating right now are not the ones with cinematic lighting, a huge crew. They are the short, candid clips filmed on a smartphone that feel direct and true. When someone speaks to the camera without a script, stumbles over a word, pauses to think, we lean in. We believe them. Those little imperfections are signs of real human thought, incredibly difficult to fake, even with advanced AI. This is not an argument to completely abandon quality. There's a difference between being authentic and being sloppy. If your audio is so bad that people cannot hear you, your text is too small to read, your message will be lost. Clarity still matters. Good sound, readable visuals are fundamental. But the key takeaway, adding more polish on top of a clear foundation, does not automatically lead to more trust. We have to stop measuring knowledge by camera gear, by the smoothness of editing. Think about the content that truly sticks with you. The perfectly produced corporate video, the passionate creator at their kitchen table. For most people, it is the latter. Rawness communicates vulnerability and honesty. It breaks down the wall between creator and audience, feels like a conversation between two people, not a distant broadcast. This unedited style costs very little to produce, yet delivers what money cannot buy: genuine human connection. This matters for anyone teaching or sharing expertise online, business schools, individual coaches. If the cost of entry becomes too high, valuable teachers will be silenced. That is the opposite of what education should be. Education should empower people with access to information regardless of budget. If only polished work is rewarded, we block the people with practical, real-world wisdom. So what should you do right now? Don't throw your camera away.